guys, how's it going? It's Zahait here, and we're back with a brand new episode of Valheim. And this is our community server playthrough, in case you're wondering. Here we are just gathering up some food and some potions, poison resist, healing, all that fun stuff. Now, I have to apologize. I had an issue with my audio during the first half of the recording, so there's not going to be any in-game audio, but I did find some cool, like, Viking-style music to put on, so hopefully that's okay. But here we are. We took the teleporter to the bone mass spawner, and we're spawning him in. This is the first time we fought him. Well, probably in a year or a year and a half, whenever this game first came out. That was the last time I fought Bowmass, so he has been changed from what I can tell. He is a lot harder to kill now. And if you've never fought him before, make sure you bring poison potions, because you will most certainly have a bad time. As you can see, there's basically no way to not get poisoned by him. And he spawns slimes, and he spawns skeletons, and yeah, it's just all around a bad time. But he also takes bonus damage to blunt, which is a mace, and probably like a hammer and stuff like this. I don't have either of those, I just have a sword, so I made it work, but it was rough. I would definitely not recommend using a sword to fight this guy, but we did it. It took a little bit longer than I would have liked, but we managed to figure it out. So he only has a few attacks. Once you kind of learn what they are, he's not so bad. You just run in there, give him a poke, run away, you know. There we are. We got the trophy. We got the wishbones. Now, if you're not familiar with this game, the wishbone is what allows you to go into the mountains and find silver. You need it. Well, I shouldn't say you need it, but you most likely want it. So here we are, getting some frost resistance mead. Kratos has been so busy making all these potions. It's been great. So now, he also made this teleporter to a little camp near a mountain, so we just use it to get there. And here we are at our little outpost, mountain outpost, and here is our mountain biome. This is my first time being in a mountain biome on this server. Amazing. Love it. First time in the mountains, and look at this. Here we are in the mountains for about 10 seconds, and a pack of wolves show up. Usually not a big deal, but that right there is a 2-star wolf, and he basically just 2-shot me. So, anyway, here we are, getting my stuff back, getting all my things equipped, and it's time to go head back into the mountains, getting some wolf pelts here. Now, this green light that you're seeing, this is the wishbone working, and it does this thing where it's like hotter and colder. It's that game, you know, the faster it blinks, the closer you are, sort of thing. So, here we are, our first ever silver vein. Love it, love it, love it. But we get attacked by a drake immediately. So this is my first time seeing a drake on the server. They're a little bit easier to kill than I remember. I think it's like 3 arrows. Maybe 4 arrows if they're not fully charged. Anyway, the stone golem here shows up right after the drake. Again, I don't have any blunt weapons, so I started using a pickaxe on this guy, and I actually seem to think that the pickaxe does bonus damage to him, because when we were using swords, they weren't hurting him, and the arrows don't hurt him either, but the pickaxe, they make pretty quick work of this guy. So that's pretty good. And there he is dead, and now I skipped all the boring stuff, but we managed to basically make a full boat full of silver ore. So that is 10 out of 10, can't go wrong. I think that holds 12 stacks? 15 stacks, maybe? I don't know, 15 stacks, something like that. Anyway, we're not on the ocean very long before we come across one of those floating turtle island thingamabobs. I'm not sure what they're actually called, but if you're not familiar, they have a resource on them that you have to mine, and it is the only way to make a harpoon. And a harpoon is used to fight the sea monsters, but you gotta get these little thingamabobs off. So Kratos jumped on there so he could mine them. I stayed on the boat because we didn't want to lose the boat. and you only have so much time. Once you start mining this guy, he gets a little bit angry, and eventually he just goes down under the water, and if you have no boat, you will drown. Simple as that. Anyway, some time has passed. The creature is a little bit upset, and he decides to leave. So I'm trying to go pick up Kratos here before he drowns. And we managed to make it in pretty good time. Then right after we ditch this guy, we find another one. Yep, that's right. There was another one. So, I don't know. I thought these things were a little bit more rare, but I guess maybe it depends on how big the ocean that you're in is, or I don't know. I don't know what it actually depends on. But here we are, mining these little carapaces again, and I noticed something in the corner of my eye, and it is a sea monster. Yep, there it is. The first time I've seen a sea monster in this game, and I have a giant boat full of silver that I really don't want to lose. So we get on the boat and we just GTFO. So Kratos has a little bit better bow skill than me. He's been playing the server a little bit more than me, quite a bit more than me actually. And so he's our defense, I'm the driver, and away we go. We do have Moder's ability, even though we haven't killed him yet, because some people on the server have. So we went and stole the ability just so that we could sail, make sailing a little bit easier for ourselves. Anyway, the thing with these monsters are, without a harpoon, I don't know if it's even possible to kill them, because once they get down to a certain HP, they just turn tail and run away like that. So, I don't know. Happens. Maybe there's a way to kill them without a harpoon, but I think it just gets a lot easier once you have a harpoon. Anyway, here we are back at the house, or our little base, and we've got a whole bunch of silver. I decide that it's probably best for me to just break this boat, because we always lose our boats. And I don't know if they're sailing away or if they're smashing into the rocks or what's happening, but that one I just decided it was probably best to just break and store in my pocket. So now we have some silver being smelted, a whole bunch of new recipes. Look at all of the silver stuff that we can make. Oh, it's so cool. I want to make one of these Draugr bows. I think they passively poison. I believe they have a passive poison ability, which is kind of cool. It's like poison arrows without poison arrows. So that's pretty cool. Now the problem with making silver armor is it takes a whole bunch of materials that aren't silver. Furs, trophies, all sorts of stuff. So we did have to go back into the mountains to find some more of that stuff. And while I was there, I found this cool frost cave. I've never seen one of these before. I don't even know if they were in the game last time I played. But it's really cool. So you get in and you have to actually break your way into the building. And then once you're in, the first thing that happened to me anyway was I got attacked by these bats. And I've never seen bats in Valheim. There's so many new things in this cave. I didn't even know that this stuff existed. So I don't know if this is part of like one of the newish updates. I know it's not the newest one, but like I said, I haven't played this game in over a year, so I'm not sure. But I found this stuff called Fenris hair, and it unlocks some new clothing, which I'm not sure I've ever seen or made before. And there's these cool little areas like this with these stone steps. And when you get down there, look at this. It's the first time I've seen these guys before, and they scared the crap out of me. It's like a pack of werewolves down there. So, I didn't know exactly what I was getting into. I was thinking maybe I made a mistake coming here, but they weren't actually that strong. It's like 2 arrows to kill one of them. They're pretty squishy. I don't know how much damage they do. I don't know if one of them actually managed to hit me. But anyway, I cleared these out of here. Go down and we loot up some treasure. There wasn't a whole lot down here. These guys don't really drop much. They drop wolf fangs, which I guess is kind of useful. But, I mean, all things considered, that journey down there wasn't super worth it. Then I go and start looking at the rest of this cave, and there's little rooms, and I don't know what's in these things. Like, this is the first time I've actually ever been in a frost cave. So I'm being super careful. I don't want to just run into one of these places and get surrounded by werewolves. But empty room, basically. So go in here, pick some more Fenris hair, and continue the journey. There's so many places to go, and when I thought I was almost done, I found another one of these walls that I can smash. On the other side, obviously, there was these Yulves, and they weren't very happy to see me, but my silver sword looks like it does bonus damage to them. You could hear them, like, burning almost when I hit them with it. So I'm not sure how much damage they take to a regular sword. It's probably reduced, but the silver sword is 10 out of 10. Here's some Fenris claws. And these things unlock some cool recipes, or at least one cool recipe. Let's see. Flesh rippers. That's what I'm talking about. The flesh rippers, they're basically Wolverine claws. They're so cool. I don't know how good they actually are, but I mean, they seemed really cool to me. So anyway, we get down there. There's these like secret tunnel ways with belts, or not belts, but canvases over them. And then I find this cultist here who blows fire. He wasn't that strong, but again, I was getting pretty nervous. I thought I was going to die down there and just have a really bad time trying to get my stuff back, but all things considered, it was okay. So now I'm getting this felt, or this ute wreath, or whatever the heck those red things are. I don't know what it is, but it unlocks a few more crafting recipes. There was a wreath there, some stuff. I don't know, maybe for Christmas we can make like a Christmas decoration spot. I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, I finished looting this cave. There wasn't a whole lot else down there. Some more furs, some more talons, stuff like this. And I head home because I really, really wanted to make those claws. They just sounded so cool when they flashed up on my screen. So, here we go. Flesh rippers. I want those. I must have them. And now I have them. So, they actually look really cool. I think I equipped them here. Right away. Just to see what they look like. Check this out. How cool is that? That is so cool. I don't know if I'm going to main these things. I'm probably not going to make them my main weapon of choice, but they are really cool. So here I am making a Drake helmet. I did go back and find some trophies. So you need the Drake trophies to actually make the helmet. So there we go. Now I got the full kitted silver. All I need is a wolf cape, and I think other than that, I am fully kitted on silver stuff. So it's looking pretty good here. It's almost time to head into the plains, I think. That's the second last biome. I think the plains is the next biome we have to hit up, which is kind of cool. But yeah, that's going to wrap it up for today, guys. All of the silver stuff unlocked. We are good to go. Not totally sure where we're going to end up next, but you're not going to want to miss it. So make sure to leave me a thumbs up on this video if you're liking the series so far. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new here, and I will see you next time.